In a first for the UK, pieces of outer space believed to have come from 300 million kilometers away lands in a quiet village in the Cotswolds. NTD's Neil Woodrow speaks with the person who first identified it.
The last time a meteorite fell in the UK was 30 years ago, but the rarity of the type of rock makes this one special. It's thought to come from very near Jupiter. Travelling at around 25,000 miles per hour, it landed in the UK just over a week ago. I speak with Dr. Richard Greenwood, the person who first identified the meteorite. It all started with a fireball in the sky on the 28th of February.
And very importantly, there's now a network of cameras in the UK which are able to track how these fireballs are moving across the sky. And that's what they did. They were able to work out a trajectory, a path. So this thing was basically alive and glowing for about 6 to 7 seconds. And then it extinguished. And then, of course, it falls to Earth.
Dr. Greenwood tells us how much it meant to him to officially identify this discovery.
To be the person who walked up there and identified it was an honour, to be really honest. And I was bowled over. It was quite an emotional moment, actually, and I had to be composed in front of these people, but it was a tough thing because it was, wonderful to be the person who could come along and identify that meteorite.
These meteorites are known as primitive. Inside, they are made up of tiny particles that date back to beyond the formation of the solar system, 4.6 billion years ago.
So these are grains which came from the stars that lived and died and contributed material from which the solar system itself formed. So we call those pre-solar grains. So this meteorite will tell you about the solar system, about the very earliest part of the solar system. It'll also tell you about what went on before the solar system existed.
He spoke of a theory about how life on Earth came about.
We live on a planet in this inner solar system which is dry, and yet we have life, we have the oceans. And one theory is that it was these our asteroids from the outer solar system which bombarded the early Earth and brought in water and all the building blocks for life. So it's a potent theory that life itself on Earth was formed by just the sort of material that arrived in Gloucestershire.
The meteorite was collected within 12 hours of falling. It hasn't been damaged by the environment. With the many elements and people all working together, Dr. Greenwood calls it a brilliant story of cooperation. But also, it is probably one of the most pristine samples of outer space ever collected from the surface of the Earth. Neil Woodrow, NTD News.